Alabama. So here we go. Let's go into this situation of an officer who finds a white suspect that they're looking for on the campus of Texas Tech. See, none of y'all guessed it, so now you can do your Google research, or you may not. But this is one from an officer fucking up and failing to do his fucking job. So they go to pull this white kid, Hollis Daniels, however his name is, Hollis Daniels, Daniel Hollis, whatever it is. But let's go on. This is 2017, during the Trump administration, right? All right, let's get into it.
Got an officer down. He saw it in our briefing room. We don't know where the suspect
this is
went.
after that. So this cop gets gunned down inside of the police station's briefing room, and this white suspect is able to run up out of there. Peep this.
We have the missing pages.
The PD is not secure.
Roughly 19 hours before that deadly shooting, around 1 a.m. on October 9th, 2017.
Hey, what's going on, man?
The rich white kid pushing a BMW, all this shit. And then you ought to seen even the shit after this dude was recaptured. After they recaptured this motherfucker, how he back inside. I don't even think he handcuffed again. And getting to talk to his mommy. And mommy tell him, yo, you didn't do it, sonny. No, you didn't. WMS 702 says, I was just telling the homie, says this the other night. Says if you want to carry and get pulled over, says you run the risk of the police getting froggy. Says legal or not. Exactly, bro. Exactly, 702. Niggas just out here in this country stupid. And this is why I'm always talking about how dumb motherfuckers are. And why I be always right when I have conversations with motherfuckers. And I love saying I'm always right because I also get enjoyment of how upsetting it is when people hear me say that shit. I ain't about to lessen myself for you stupid motherfuckers. You better get your knowledge picked up. If like Cuz says, hey, Cuz says, explain what happened to Rodney King again. Man, you ask Rodney King to explain that shit. Oh, go to the cemetery and ask him. Don't talk about don't think no police brutality stuff. I know niggas that have been killed by the cops. Not from watching no goddamn TV, none of that other shit. So you better talk to one of these farmer niggas who act clueless. But just say because niggas and Rodney King have been beat don't mean every cop done whooped his ass. Did every cop on the LAPD beat Rodney King ass? Or was it the 4 or 5 cops who went on trial for that shit that whooped his ass? And the fact that black motherfuckers don't participate in shit, they done brought a bunch of white people to the jury on that shit. So, nigga, y'all niggas be talking to the wrong motherfucker. That's why I'm always right around this motherfucker. Because I'm around too many black folks that lessen themselves to being just stupid motherfuckers. And I don't like that shit. Black folks better wisen the fuck up, get your knowledge up, along with your disrespect. But let's go into this shit. So this is Hollis Daniels in his 5 Series or his X5 BMW, young kid, come from the Silver Spoon, rich white kid, but he's a dope fiend too. This the other thing they don't highlight that come out these communities is the drug addiction of these kids. So let's continue on.
We see Hollis Daniels III on body camera video for the first time.
He's the third.
Any weapons like that on you, man?
No.
You care if I pat you down real quick?
Yeah.
The Lubbock police officer testified he stopped Daniels because he'd been accused of stealing his friend's gun earlier that night.
So he gets accused. So some other white kids who are on the campus. See, I didn't think you can have weapons inside of a dorm room. I believe they're in the dorms on Texas Tech. So he gets accused of stealing their gun. Mark Summers says the drug epidemic is definitely highlighted. No, Mark Summers. Just because you were one of these white kids who had to go to rehab because of your drug addictions and for your parents not to take you off of the inheritance or whatever the will is, they sent you to rehab to clean yourselves up. Also so that you wouldn't be a danger to them while they slept in your house. They send you to rehab. And it's a common thing amongst kids like you, Mark Summers. Don't think Reggie don't know. I'm always right on this shit because I study motherfuckers like you. All right, so let's continue on, piece of shit. Let's go back into Daniel Hollis, who is also a relative of Mark Summers, and get into what is common within, the communities of Mark Summers and the Donald Trumps. So let's go into this shit. I'm gonna end this one. It's gonna be quick because I gotta get into my other live about Caucasian mass shootings, which is kind of common. It's kind of go hand to hand when you hear mass shootings. So it's a rare thing to hear about, being black. Blacks kill people too. So let's not even lie about that shit neither. But we're going to highlight some shit, because it's going specifically to people who think like Donald Trump, dumb black folks who caught up in, the red and the blue and the blah, 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 blah. You blah, blah, liberals, and you need to be more conservative about things. You need to listen to the old masters teach you how to be. All right, let's continue on.
Officer doesn't find a weapon.
Oh, no.
Then another officer arrives.
Here, if we search your vehicle?
Yes, sir. I kindly agree.
Thanks, sir. Oh,
So you getting a call about a stolen weapon, and look how nice they're treating this kid. This kid is allowed to talk. They asking, can they please search the vehicle, which I think is protocol. They just going off of something that's assumed, but they stopped the kid, so they should have searched the vehicle.
You don't want us to search your vehicle?
Yeah, but not because I don't have a gun. I just don't have consent to that. It's not necessary. I'm on my way home.
No, it is necessary, because right now you're involved in an investigation.
The officers never search his vehicle.
Never search the vehicle. That's where they fucked up.
This man.
All right,
And
we're gonna let you
eventually,
go there.
Daniels is allowed to leave.
You can go, little Mark.
You carry on with your night, man. Get home safe, buddy.
Wasted
So
time.
why didn't officers get a warrant to search his vehicle? It's a question then Lubbock Police Chief.
Let me answer that for you, news lady. Why they didn't get a warrant? Because he's a little white kid. That's why they didn't get it. And he said, hey, cuz, says you calling America's team tonight, says, what's your beef with the great white QBs? Man, they trash, homie. It ain't just the white ones. It's a bunch of, you see me yesterday, was a quarterback I talked about from Colorado white. He may have been light-skinned, but he showing the fuck wasn't white. But I got to ask the question, what's y'all motherfucking gripe with always defending the white athlete when you hear always right with Reggie tell the truth about him? Think some of you niggas belong in cotton patches. Think the white man was right on that shit about a lot of you motherfuckers in today's day and age. Some of y'all was happier during slavery. But let's continue on with always right crimes.
Greg Stevens addressed days later in a news conference.
There was not enough probable cause to search it on its own, nor to get a warrant for the vehicle.
No probable cause.
They thought there might be perhaps even drugs in the vehicle. They looked into whether or not a drug dog was available to come and sniff the vehicle, and there was not one available.
Boy, y'all ain't shit. So let's skip forward. Let's get forward to these idiots.
In the trial, Daniels told the jury the stolen gun was sitting in his vehicle the whole time.
Woo! The stolen gun was sitting there like it sat in Crawford's car. And the retarded ass cops never thought to flash a light in the window, look on the floor. And these events, these little motherfucking little failures and the steps that lead to this event cost this cop his fucking life because of the incompetence of other cops. Same thing you see when you have serial killers in certain towns. The incompetence and failures of fucking cops who don't know their fucking jobs, who don't fully know the fucking law, and hell, violate the fucking law. But this is what happens, and the reason why this cop in this video will lose his fucking life from the failure of these sort of cops. These cops should have had weapons drawn on this little peon piece of shit. This little shit should have been handcuffed, because had they had escalated the situation with this kid, he probably would have offed these cops. Let's continue on.
Daniels testified that after this stop, he returned to his dorm room at Talkington Hall, where he unintentionally fired the gun.
So
His roommates reported
he fires the gun, and once again, the cops are going to be seeing this irrational ass, delusional fucking kid. And this is the cop right here who's going to lose his retarded ass life right here.
Hearing the gunshot to University Police.
Texas Tech Police Department.
This is body camera video of the welfare check Texas Tech police officers conducted.
This kid all over the
Officer
place.
Floyd East Jr. waits for an answer, but no one comes to the door. Officers check his room and find a bullet hole in his wall. And this.
There's a pipe and another baggie. And
You got drugs.
more Xanax.
Daniel
Xanax.
shows up, but pretends to be his roommate.
What's your name? Andre.
And look, he lies about who he is. Lies about who he is. They didn't need no warrant to go into that room.
No, it's not.
Texas Tech police officer Tyler Snelson pats Daniels down and
So this is the cop that fucks up. You see this bullshit pat down of this kid. The gun is in this dude's waist, homie. The gun is in this kid's waist. And this cop is doing the old nice soft touch white pat. He ain't doing hugging and tugging the nuts black pat down. I guess they in the academy, they teach two different type of pat downs. The black pat down and the white pat down. And it ultimately cost this cop his motherfucking stinking ass life because of his failures as a fucking cop to treat all people, regardless of race, as if they are dangerous suspects. Now, you done pull this kid over earlier in the day or a few hours ahead of this shit after it was reported he stole someone's gun. And then you fucking get reports that he done fired a gun in his dorm room. You take this shit serious, go in there, and you do a half-ass pat down on the damn chump. And then, so let's continue on. Let's continue on because it gets a little bit more suspenseful leading to this. So let me back that shit up a little bit where they doing this pat down. So he lies. So now they got to treat this kid as if you can't trust him, and they still want to trust the kid. He comes in here, he lies about who he is.
Texas Tech police officer Tyler Snelson pats Daniels down and doesn't find any weapons. Officer East explains the reason behind the welfare check.
We got a report of a gunshot last night. And that's what we got a report of. So we came in here, make sure everyone's okay for a welfare check to make sure. Yeah. So what happened last night?
There was no gunshot.
While Daniels denies
but you find a bullet hole in the goddamn wall. So this kid's a fucking liar and they buy his lies.
Firing a gun, he does admit the pills and drug paraphernalia officers found in his room are his. Officer East handcuffs Daniels.
Now he's getting arrested on drugs.
Pats him down and walks him to his patrol.
So he does a pat down. Even his stupid ass do a half-ass white boy pat down.
Vehicle. This is dash camera video of that short ride from Talkington Hall to the Texas Tech Police Department.
Now look at the kid hand movements. Look at the kid back here fidgeting around with these cuffs on him. Peep this shit. If she don't say it, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened in this moment on this police ride. Peep this shit.
I'll be transferring 1-1 mail.
You heard? Let's back that up.
Department.
I'll be transferring 1-1 mail.
Let's back that. What y'all hear?
That short ride from Talkington Hall to the Texas Tech Police Department.
I'll be transferring 1-1 mail.
Y'all hear that noise? Y'all hear that noise? Let me see. Any of y'all can guess
from Talkington Hall to the Texas Tech Police Department.
I'll be transferring 1-1 mail.
You hear that noise? What was that noise? Do anybody recognize that noise? What's going on? Say exactly. He looked like Arch Manny. Exactly. That's why he gets treated like that. Kids are listening to rap. It has nothing to do with it. Kids watch motherfucking Bruce Willis and Arnold Schwarzenegger blow shit up, gun shit down. They listen to whatever the new superstars in violent Hollywood movies are. But did we hear any noise? Anybody in the chat, can you guess what you just heard from Arch Manning in the backseat of a Texas Tech police squad car with handcuffs on? Did you realize what you heard? Let me let this play a little bit more and see if the lady covering this story says it, since none of y'all can guess, because you can't believe. See, a lot of y'all belong on fucking fields because you got the mind of a slave. You don't believe. You think that this kid needs to roll around with cornrows, his pants sagging, dreads in his hair, maybe blue rags hanging out. You think those are the ones who only produce this level of violence. Oh my God, I got a great YouTube channel for y'all that does all sorts of dope ass fucking crime stories that I've been binge watching like a motherfucker, because there's stories that you don't hear on your daily news that always portrays black folks in some of the most sickest of fucking are the most violent of narratives that they pitch out here about who are the people that you have to watch. So this channel is called Dr. Insanity. And Dr. Insanity even does a story on this case right here. But this channel is called Dr. Insanity. They got so many crazy fucking stories And there's a lot of stories. Your local white controlled government funded news corporations ain't gonna highlight this shit in their local 8 o'clock fucking news. But you see all these stories, and I'm gonna go roll through his stories. Y'all gotta check this fucking channel out. Check this channel out, but also look at the stories as I scroll through here, because a lot of y'all, because y'all slow, but I think some of y'all who peep where I be going with shit, you should follow the trend. Let me see if y'all can pick up on the trend, since y'all don't know what's going on with none of this shit I'm presenting. So pay attention. Let's follow the trends to some of this shit. Just watch where I'm going with this one. Just watch where I'm going with this one. This one right here says there's blood everywhere. The killer couple, man, watch that one too. Then that one got 12 million views. This fool doing a hellified job with this channel. But people, where I'm going with this as I scroll through here. You see, okay, here go the story for this one that I'm talking about right here. This is his story from this one on this Hollis kid I'm talking about. Are y'all peeping the trend? Are y'all watching the trend of the videos that he does? Because it doesn't fit anything dealing with what the news reports about all these Chicago homicides and LA homicides, New York, or well, not just New York, because they won't include Manhattan in that. They'll include Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, and shit. Let's see. We see this one doesn't say nothing about him killing anything. This is when a cop arrests the wrong person. So do we see the trends? When a cop has to arrest their friend, there's another black guy. There's a black guy. All right, y'all don't see the trends, but they're showing all these killers in these shows, and the fact that only a few of the stories he covers are black folks. Mind-boggling to a lot of you stupid motherfuckers in here, because you don't know nothing about America. So let's go back in this. Let me rewind this part where we hear some bump type sound in the back seat of the squad car. Let's see if
vehicle. This is dash camera video of that short ride from Talkington Hall to the Texas Tech Police Department.
I'll be transferring 111
you
male.
hear that noise again. I'm asking y'all, what did he drop? All right, let's continue on.
Trying to ditch anything or get rid of anything? I'm gonna check it back there before we take you. So. Oh yeah, no, you're good. What was that?
Now you hear the cop. The cop heard that noise. The cop heard that shit and said, if you're trying to ditch anything, I'm going to check back there. Let's continue on with the fact of the failures of this fucking cop dealing with an Arch Manning looking motherfucker. Let's continue on.
Big thump. Oh, my handcuffs.
Officer East walks Daniels into the department and eventually uncuffs him. Officer Snell said,
uncuffs him. Never did he check back there after hearing this noise from this Arch Manning looking ass dude. Takes him out the fucking vehicle, brings him inside the police station, and what is he currently doing? What is he doing? Now let's go.
and testified it's not uncommon for officers to remove the handcuffs.
It's not uncommon. No, and I guarantee if we show the trends of the shit I like to do, because I know a lot of you motherfuckers' brains ain't functioning because you probably hit too much shit that fucks and alter the state of your fucking thinking. It's not uncommon, but I guarantee if that motherfucking Arch Manning looking dude would have been under the sun a little bit too long and cornrows and dreads in his hair, maybe listens to a little bit of hip hop and not Keith Urban and shit, he would have been left in them handcuffs. But let's continue on.
The subject is cooperative. Officer East and Daniels are left alone in the briefing room as Officer East completes booking paperwork.
Officer East, you're a fucking idiot. Now what is this kid doing? Now what is the kid doing? Is he tying his shoe?
Daniels asks Officer East 3 questions before he pulls out a gun and fires that deadly shot.
You have a family at home? Yeah. Your kids? Pretty old?
A life.
Woo! Shit! God damn. Do you have a family at home? Yep. How many kids? 2? Are they pretty old? Oh, Arch Manning looking kid said, well, they won't need you anymore. This kid is a fucking killer, homie. You just watched John Wick in the flesh. Not no Hollywood ass motherfucker. You just watched the real John Wick. But let's go back to that question I asked in the back of that squad car. Because a lot of you niggas is slow, homie. Let's go back into this squad car. Let's go.
Vehicle. This is dash camera video of that short ride from Talkington Hall
People.
to the Texas Tech Police Department.
I'll be transferring one male.
Okay.
Trying to ditch it.
So now we hear the noise, and this dumb cop asks if you try to ditch whatever he heard, because he heard what he dropped. He heard something drop, never checked back there to see what this kid dropped and may have retrieved. And that ultimately, that was the final mistake. No, that was the second to the last final mistake he made. The final mistake he made was uncuffing this motherfucker in his office. So let's go here with the questions.
Fires that deadly shot.
Family at home? You? Your kids? Pretty old?
Pretty old? He said, yep. They don't need you anymore. Woo!
And
Oh, this nigga is cold with his murderous ways. And guess where he learned that shit? Mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy taught him that shit. Woo! Every cop in this situation fucked up. And this is the reason why they handle certain traffic stops when they see shit. This is a rich, privileged kid who smoked one of the officers. And this gets taught around the country to law enforcement officials. And they still fail to hold the standard of training for little arch mannies looking ass kids. This kid is cold with it. Fuck. That's why I don't do the Hollywood movies when you got motherfuckers like fools like this who actually do it. Peep this shit again of how vicious this nigga is and how relaxed this cop is. This cop is so relaxed, not even paying attention to this dude. He got in his office, charging with all this shit because he feels comfortable with this little slick back, hair grease, mousse gel, hair wearing blondie. Felt so comfortable with him there. I'll work in my office before we arrest you and make charges on you. After getting calls of you done shot through some shit, you got dope on you. The dope should be 25 to life like you do the drug dealers. I mean, what the fuck is going on in Texas Tech, homie? Let's continue to play. And I can't wait to hear how many excuses Mark Summers make because he's no different than this kid. So let's continue on.
You have a family at home? You?
Look at this shit. Look at him down there by his leg.
Pretty old?
Look.
a life taken in an instant.
Woo! This nigga cold.
Had just met. Even after watching these body camera videos, it's still not obvious.
Woo! That motherfucker cold with his shit. Let's look at him. Let's look at him in trial.
More clear. There's only one.
Shut up, cop. We don't want to hear you.
How that occurred.
You looked at this kid because of who he looked like. Looked like one of y'all kids.
And that's the suspect himself.
More than 5 years after the
Look how he come to court, looking like old Republican ass motherfucker. Let's dress him in the Republican look. Let's dress him in this super conservative Heritage Foundation dress attire. And maybe the jury will show mercy upon thee. Because the death penalty was put in place for this motherfucker. And they said, no, we can't kill him. Oh, no, Lord. Look at this motherfucking Latter-day Saint dressing motherfucker.
When Daniels took the stand, he answered that question. He took the jury back to this pat-down in his dorm room.
Listen.
He testified the stolen gun was in the front waistband of his pants.
Cops like this is the reason we go into what my next live stream is going to be about. And that being mass shootings, violence, same thing Charlie Kirk learned a lesson from. I mean, come on, homie. I love these type of shits because it always makes me right. And also for the fact I get to study these type of people. It's no different than what universities will turn this shit into, syllabus courses and shit. You'd be learning this shit and understanding the psychology of motherfuckers like that. And law enforcement officials, unfortunately, have to learn the lessons from this shit. Because these are the type of people that you deal with out here in this world. And then people in the civilian world like ourselves, we got to watch people like this. But a lot of you other little scumbag pieces of shit, especially the black motherfuckers, will turn the blind eye to people like this. Think nothing, man. Look at all these young YNs around here. Look at all these YNs. The why in this and the why in that, why in this and why in that. Dumb motherfuckers, you niggas retarded out here. Let's continue.
Daniels testified, quote, "My pants were sagging. He pulled my pants up and the gun slipped out of my waist." Daniels said with each pet, the gun fell farther down his pant leg. He said, quote, "It seemed like every time his hands hit, he barely missed it."
Man.
Daniels also explained this.
Here we go.
He testified that thud was the gun falling out of his pants. Handcuffed in the back of Officer East's patrol vehicle,
Damn.
Daniels managed to get to the gun and hide it in his pants again.
Man.
Daniels sat uncuffed next to Officer East for a total of 28 minutes. We fast forwarded the video.
Look at this shit.
Notice how often Daniels reaches for the bottom of his right pant leg, maneuvering the gun. At 7:40 p.m., we see the grip of the gun clearly.
Look at this shit.
Daniels pulls the trigger 4 minutes later.
Bye-bye.
After the shooting.
Goodbye. Lost your life for being a fucking idiot. And the rest of the officers involved in this situation for being fucking idiots. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You can't make this shit up, bro. And I got to do another goddamn live stream for the fact that y'all idiot president is negotiating with Conor McGregor for a $100 million fight at the White House. Your votes. You fucking dummies. Oh my God. Velasquez says he coddled him until Cuz went Columbine. For real. It's over with for the cop. Say, hasta luego. Bon voyage. No, I'll be back. I'll catch y'all on the next one, homies. But always right in this motherfucker. But I'll see y'all. That was a good one. But go watch well, y'all ain't even gotta watch the story no more because I laid out the body cam footage of what happened. But there's other stories on that channel, man. He does some great work on these stories, homie. But I'll catch y'all in a few minutes to talk about these mass shootings. 2 of them. There's probably gonna be more of them before we get out of the day, but that's all I got. Peace. Also, I'm gonna do a video about this broad Gloria Velez on Vlad. And the fact she's using Vlad platform and Vlad like a sucker, allowing her to act as if, you know, like she trying to bring up damn RICO cases or Epstein charges against black celebrities because she underage. Well, where are your mother and father? Pieces of shit ass chick. But I'll do a video on that one. But definitely going live for that cowboy beatdown fest. But peace out.